Hey guys, look behind you here. Just wanted to say a few things at the start of the video. So, I'm very new to YouTube, and I would like to ask that any advice you have for me to improve my recordings would be greatly appreciated. Be it my voice, or the speed at which I talk, or the volume of my microphone, or anything like that, it would be greatly appreciated. As usual, also remember to like and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified about future uploads. Enjoy the video, and I hope you all return for the next one. About a week ago, I found a USB stick on the way to a PC repair business where I work part-time. It looked really standard, just a small metal box. I only saw it because the sun reflected off the case. For a second, I thought that the pavement had just erupted into light. Anyway, I decided to take it to the police station after work, but of course, because I work with computers, the temptation to look at the contents was just too much. There were a few folders with incomprehensible names, and 3 others. Case notes, training, and emails. There were about 100 emails, mostly unconnected, but a few were really interesting. Usually I wouldn't go snooping through such private info, but I felt such a strange urge. In the end I kept it. I think I'm going to hand it into the police still, sometime in the future. I'm going to share with you the more interesting emails, ordered and formatted where appropriate, for easier reading, and maybe you can help me decide what to make of it. From Matthew Howard, 12th of April 2012. Subject, Rebecca. Hey Dan, how's it going? I know we haven't spoken lately. I've been busy with the uni, and there's some drama been going on in my family, and I've basically had no time. Sorry about that. I'm emailing because I need some advice. What's the fucking Hotmail account, by the way? It's about Becky, of course. You helped me out so much going through all that shit with her. I still think about her practically every day, but I've managed to take your advice. It's been difficult avoiding contact, but I managed. Okay, I still have her number, even though she deleted mine, but I blocked her on Facebook and all that other stuff. Well, until she fucking emailed me yesterday. She needs help. It's about John, the new guy. I want to punch his head in. She seems really upset. Should I reply? Thanks, Matt. From Dan the Man, 12th of April 2012. Subject, no. Matt, no lol. Doesn't matter why, you don't talk to a bitch until at least a year after, okay? Good luck, Dan. From Becky, 12345678 on the 11th of April 2012. Subject, hey Matt, we need to talk. Matt. Hope life is treating you well. It's been a while, huh? Any girls in your life? The past week I've been thinking about you a lot. I remember the moment when you said that you never want to speak to me again, so clearly. I didn't mean to hurt you like that. I know my old address is blocked. I made this one to contact you. If it's okay, can we talk? John has been acting weird and I need some help. I'm asking you because, well, Matt, to tell you the truth, I'm getting scared of John, and you're the last guy I've been close with other than him for a while, and I don't want to tell my friends because they might judge him. Am I becoming a stereotype? Okay. If you don't immediately want to delete this email, please keep reading and I'll explain, but if you want, continue to ignore me and I will understand, and I really will never try to contact you again. Last month, John tidied up the bathroom. Sounds stupid, I know, but he really went at it. I went in there and it was spotless. The surfaces gleamed, he'd put some sort of freshener down and everything was exactly in its right place. You know how much stuff I have. We can't fit both our toothbrushes in the cupboards, so we lay them down by the sink. They were parallel to each other, completely straight, completely aligned. I was a bit freaked out, but also proud, you know. He just acted nonchalant like it was nothing. Soon, the rest of the house is super tidy. All the books are ordered alphabetically, everything put away. The magazines on the coffee table are stacked up in a square. I'm a bit weirded out and ask him what's up. He says that it doesn't matter. Why would he be doing so much for me? My first thought is that he was cheating on me. I have his Facebook password, so I checked, and nothing. His phone, nothing. At the time I was still suspicious, but not anymore. A week and a bit ago, I go into the kitchen and he's rooting through the cutlery drawer. He's picking up pieces of cutlery, examining them, and laying some down on the counter and putting some back in the drawer. The ones on the counter are perfectly aligned. I asked him what the fuck he was doing, and he responded with, "We don't need all this cutlery, Becky. I'm going to throw these out." I said, "John, I know that's bullshit. and he got really angry and really defensive, so I left. Last night, I woke up at about 1, and John wasn't in bed. I heard him rummaging around downstairs. I snuck to the top of the stairs. Remember the coat hanger in the hall? We put a small bookcase next to it. He was rifling through the books, taking some out, and was speaking to himself, whispering numbers and equations. I said, "John." He looked up. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Honey, there are 75 books on this bookcase. That's 3 times 25, which is 5 times 5. It likes 5s. I was shocked and said, "What likes 5s? He replies with, "The long face," and then started sorting books again, ignoring me. I guess his behaviour over the past month got to me, and I snapped. I ran downstairs, shouted at him, and tried to put some of the books back on the bookcase. He grabbed at me, Mark. He fucking grabbed at me. I couldn't move, he was so strong. He pulled his free hand back and I thought he was going to hit me. He said very carefully, very slowly, "This bookcase needs 49 books, 7 times 7. It doesn't like 7s. It likes 5s. Okay, I'm going to have to train you up." I was so scared, I ran out of the house. Wow. That was longer than I thought. I'm staying at Alex's right now. Can you come over? Even if you can't help sort this out, talking would be great. Hope to see you soon, Becky. From Matthew Howard, on the 13th of April 2012. Subject: I don't care, I'm going to do it. Dan: I've thought it through and I'm going to talk to her. I don't care what you think. Matt. From Matthew Howard on the 13th of April 2012. Subject: Holy shit, it's worse than I thought. Dan: Sorry about being a dick in that last email, Dan, but I think I still love her. But listen, shit has really hit the fan at this point, and I just need someone to tell. I went round to Alex's. Becky's staying there. And as soon as I knock on the door, she flies out and gives me the strongest hug I've ever felt. Her face was so red, I think she'd been crying non-stop since she left her house. Shit, I forgot, you didn't know. John was being weird, and she felt she had to leave, so I comforted her and got her some hot chocolate. Alex had fucked off somewhere. She probably didn't want to be dealing with Becky. Once she'd calmed down enough, she asked if I would escort her back to their house and maybe confront John. I was looking forward to that, let me tell you. When we got to her house, she told me I should go in first. On the doorstep were 7 neat piles of books. I slowly pushed the door open and called out to John. There was no answer. Becky had told me before that the house was tidy, but walking in there freaked me out a little. It was like the house had no inhabitants, had never been inhabited. We searched around and I kept calling for John, but he didn't respond. Every room was so fucking tidy and put together. We were both on the edge of saying let's just go. And then I checked the bathroom. There was a trail of blood leading from the sink to the bath. In the bath was John. He was so pale. His arms slit from palm to elbow. I almost threw up and tried to stop Becky from coming in, but she did, and then she threw up. We called the police, obviously, but while we were waiting, I noticed something. John was holding a small book. It looked like a diary, you know those moleskin things? One of those. And I took it. I don't know why. Becky didn't notice, she was pretty shaken up. Still is, of course. What should I do with this thing? I can't give it in now. Actually, when are you in town? I'd love to speak in person. Matt. From Dan the Man, on the 14th of April 2012. Subject: meeting up. Matt. Whoa, that's fucked up. Oh, you're okay, man. Listen, I'm still away for like a month or 2 at the most. Don't do anything stupid, okay? I hate not talking in person, I'm so bad at it. You'll be okay. Dan. From Matthew Howard, on the 14th of April 2012. Subject: the diary. Dan. I read the fucking diary. I guess it was written by John and it explains his behaviour. It's not really a diary, more of an encyclopedia, I guess. Apparently John believed in this entity called the Long Face. It doesn't really explain what it is, but lists loads of rules for dealing with this thing. It likes multiples of 5s and will seek them out. It hates 7s. Stuff like that. Pile things in this arrangement, etc. What a freak. Matt. From Matthew Howard, on the 17th of April 2012. I guess freakishness is contagious. Dan. The weirdest thing happened to me today. I was getting rid of some old DVDs. Holy shit, remember Four Lions? Such a good movie. And I noticed there were 5 DVDs on the shelves in front of me. It made me think of The Long Face. I laughed at myself. But as I went to put the DVD I was holding in the bag, I saw a face. On the bag, I mean. The 2 clips looked like eyes, and the opening looked like the mouth. Yeah, laugh if you must. I got 2 DVDs out of the bag and put them on the shelf. The face was gone after that. I probably knocked the bag into a different position. Becky's doing fine now. She wants to move out her old house, but the contract lasts till September, so she's going to try and find some replacement tenants. I know it's very soon, but I think I'm going to ask her out again. We should get back together. What do you think? Matt. From Matthew Howard on the 21st of April 2012. Subject: I think I'm losing my mind. Dan. Becky said yes. I took her to that Italian place she loved and we pretended like it was our first ever date. It was great. But listen, this long face stuff is freaking me the fuck out. I keep seeing it everywhere. I'll be walking along, a car will pass and the front of it will look like a face. I keep seeing faces in the froth of my coffee and the shapes that buildings make. I'm going to make a confession to you, Dan. I've started counting things. The books and DVDs first, then cutlery. I think it's because I heard that John counted this stuff too. Everything has to be in multiples of 7. If they aren't, or even worse, if I see a multiple of 5, I see more faces, and each face I see looks angrier and angrier. As I'm typing this, I can see the speakers as eyes, the keyboard as a mouth. I know this bullshit is all in my head, but I can't help it. I'm having problems sleeping. Matt. From Matthew Howard on the 24th of April 2012. Subject: It's getting worse. Dan. You know that drawer that everyone else has, filled with all the shit in your house that doesn't have anywhere else to be? Well, it's been driving me crazy. I can't know if it's safe if I don't tidy it up. Matt. From Matthew Howard on the 24th of April 2012. Subject: Becky. Hey Dan, Becky caught me putting all the screwdrivers from the drawer in size order. She left me, Dan. She left. Matt. From Matthew Howard on the 26th of April 2012. Subject: Why aren't you replying? Hey Dan, I was walking to work today. I saw a car face and was so scared. It was coming towards me and it looked like it wanted blood. I thought it was going to swerve and hit me, and that would be that. I figured out how to stop it though. It was red, so I started counting all the red cars. When I'm counting, it seems to get confused. As I was walking into work, I was at 20. I pretended that I had counted one more, but it knew. Tomorrow I'm going to do blue. From Matthew Howard on the 28th of April 2012. I just want this to stop. From Matthew Howard on the 2nd of May 2012. Subject: Why did I read the book? People need to be trained to reply. The long face, they need to know, but why me? From Matthew Howard on the 2nd of May 2012. I counted the pages in the diary, 125, 5 times 5 times 5. Maybe the long face wants us to read it. What if I miscount her? 126 is a multiple of 7. I'll do it again. From Matthew Howard on the 2nd of May 2012. Subject: We had a good one. Dan. I'm going to burn the book, Matt. If no one can read about it, maybe whatever fucking evil is in it will just dissipate. Hopefully my emails haven't been enough to trigger it for you. Don't come over, Dan. We are no longer friends. Matt. From Dan the Man on the 3rd of May 2012. Subject: I'm coming over. Matt, I'm back in a week. I'm coming over. Why the fuck haven't you answered your phone? Dan. And that's it. There are no more emails by Dan, Matt, or Becky. I thought about it for a while, and I reckon something happened to Matt. I don't know whether he succeeded in burning that journal, or what might have happened to it if he didn't, but something must have got him. I keep thinking about that last email. Why wouldn't he answer the phone?